But it all did start in Singapore, the entire acting career, really.
Well, from that time, let's have a look at Carry On Sergeant, which I think is the very first Carry On film, isn't it?
It was the first one ever made on a budget, I think, 47,000.
Really? Well, worth every penny.
Proper rest plus graded exercise equals integrated instincts. Who are you?
4277312, Private Sage C, sir.
Now say it backwards.
Oh,
Come on.
3127337.
If you can't think backwards, how do you expect to think the proper way? Watch this man, Sergeant. Regimental processes achieve flexibility. Flexibility plus discipline equals communal initiative.
It does, sir? It does, sir.
It does, yes. You.
Yeah.
What? Who are you?
James Bailey, BSc Economics.
Your number.
I'm not proud of it. It was given to me. I earned my degree.
Your rank.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
Look at this man.
You've nothing to complain of. Look at the suit they've given me. Look at this, plumped on my head without even the pretense of fitting. As a good soldier, I accepted it without complaint. As a good officer, what do you think?
Well, pride in appearance plus confidence in one's superior equals good start. Fall out. Get yourself a new hat.
Excuse me.
Of course. What?
You mentioned a moment ago Barbara Windsor, which of course leads us inevitably to the Carry On films.
Yes, doesn't it just?
Now, there have been 30 of them. You've been in 28.
I've been in 28, yes.
And they have consistently, over the years, been knocked by the critics. What's your own view of
I think they can take it. They can be knocked. I mean, religion's knocked, jury's knocked, the Irish are knocked. Everything gets knocked. And if it's got enough strength in itself, it can stand up to it. So can they. The Carry-Ons are in the mainstream of a very vulgar streak in English humour, which has always been there since Chaucer, right through Shakespeare. It's in the Restoration authors. And it is in the sort of fabulous postcard seaside joke of the fat lady having the pea. All those sort of jokes are in the Carry-Ons, and they do sustain that kind of tradition, and they're in a very healthy tradition, and I think they're honest vulgarity. They're not snide vulgarity. It's never very subtle what they're doing. It's all very obvious. I mean, bums are obvious, tits are obvious, everything is obvious, and it's very schoolboy in that sense. And I know what the quality is in them that did so appeal. It was always that. What I would call healthy vulgarity, yes.
I have to ask you, though, you were in 28 out of 30. What happened to the other two?
Well, one I said I wanted more money because they paid a stump Satan, you know. And they said, oh no, we're not paying you any more. And they got somebody else in my stead. They got Frankie Howard, in fact, who did very well in them. And then the next time I was on tour in the play, and they said, well, we could fly you from your theatrical engagement to the location for filming. I thought, oh, no, dear, I'll be worn out. My legs are not what they were. They never were up to much, but they're not that good now. So I didn't bother with that either. I rather, steered clear of it. But the ones I did do, I always found very enjoyable, simply because it was a team, and everybody knew, whether it was Hattie Jakes, whether it was Barbara, whether it was Sid James, we all knew, roughly speaking, what each other's reaction should be. We hardly had to rehearse. And when we had a run-through with the technicians there on the set, who were plasterers, carpenters, electricians, all the kind of people, in fact, who were going to be in cinemas later on, if we got a few laughs from them, we knew we were all right.
Yeah.